The way I know my father is not through media. The way I know my father is a number of different ways. It's through the people who knew him well, his friends, my family. It's also through his own words, because he wrote voluminously. In my 20s, when I was acting, I probably had a little bit of a personality crisis in the sense that everybody related to me as Bruce Lee's daughter. My dad didn't see limitations in himself or in other people. He did what he did his way and left behind an extremely unique footprint. Philosophical ideas and sayings are great. They give us a little boost, a nudge in the arm, a fire in the belly. My father was a rather active guy, and he was often engaged in something, if not physically, then mentally. One thing I will say about my father is that he was very much out in the forefront talking about his beliefs about being a complete fighter and attaching a philosophy to that and teaching it. I had an acting career for a little while back in the 90s. I had gotten into that because I was interested in acting, but I was not really as centered as I needed to be to fully pursue that career, and I was doing some films I thought were not of the best quality. My mother raised us out of the limelight and told us not to say we were Bruce Lee's children, so I had a normal childhood. I didn't run in Hollywood circles or go to premieres. When I have struggled with things like being Bruce Lee's daughter, it's his words that have guided me, his words that said that I just need to have faith in myself, believe in myself, and express myself. We preserve the legacy of my father through an education approach. We award scholarships. We do classes at schools about my father's philosophy and life. Certainly, there are very few wholly original ideas in the world. There are usually people coming to the same conclusions or carrying out experiments, whether publicly or privately. The Bruce Lee Action Museum will represent action in the sense that the word is not just used to mean action in the martial arts or films. It is really meant to be a much broader definition as far as taking action, my father's belief of self-actualization. The struggle through the grief was a huge growing process for me. There were gifts that came from it. I learned a lot about myself. I got into a mode very much like my father's own mode of seeking solutions, seeking teachers, seeking information, to try to alleviate my own suffering. My father talked about training as being more about the human spirit than just about your muscles. If I can learn how to rely on my own strength, I can see the answers to my problems usually lie right there, within the problem itself. I think, when people hear the word philosophy, they think of Plato and a bunch of people sitting around in their robes pontificating about life and how it should be. But really, somebody who is an active philosopher should not only be thinking of these things but putting them into practice. Being Bruce Lee's kid, everyone wants you to be an action film star. I took martial arts, and it's fun to do those types of movies, but I wanted to act, not fight. One of the interesting things about my father was that what you see on camera is a lot of what he was like in real life. My father chose the yellow and black tracksuit that he wore in Game of Death to represent his idea of the style of no style.